From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2275, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, June 9th, 2021. A YL from Italy will become the first European woman to command the ISS.
Italy's first female astronaut, Samantha Cristoforetti, IZ0UDF, has also become the first European woman chosen to command the International Space Station. The European Space Agency announced the former fighter pilot's selection on Friday, May 28th. She is to launch in 2022 with NASA astronauts Kjell Lindgren, KO5MOS, and Bob Hines aboard a SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft. This will be her second stay on board the ISS, where she will become the fifth ESA astronaut to serve as its commander.
Newsline anchor Paul Brown, WD9GCO. The citizen scientist organization Hamsai is looking for amateur input worldwide during its Eclipse Festival going on this week.
Hamsai's shortwave listeners around the world have been invited to the largest solar eclipse festival being held by Hamsai to gather data using their HF radios and a computer running open source software. Radio operators are being asked to record the time standard stations during the annular solar eclipse across the Arctic Circle. It's an experiment that runs from the 7th to the 12th of June. The annular phase of the eclipse will be visible from parts of northern Canada, Russia, and Greenland. A partial eclipse is likely to be visible, weather permitting, in Europe, northern Asia, and the United States. The crowdsourced data from citizen scientists will help researchers study the superimposed effects of auroral particle precipitation and the eclipse of HF Doppler shift. Radio operators around the world are invited to sign up and take part. All participants will receive QSL certificates as well as the findings of the data's analysts. The primary beacon for the experiment will be the Russian Time Standard Station, RWM, on 9.996 megahertz. If your radio cannot receive this frequency, try 10 megahertz WWV or another station listed on the Hamsai website. The instructions on how to participate in this festival of frequency measurement can be found at hamsai.org. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jack Parker, W8ISH.
A special event station is about to get underway in Hawaii, marking the legacy of a beloved monarch.
The 19th century Hawaiian King Kamehameha, who's celebrated for having united the islands of Hawaii in 1810, would no doubt appreciate the spirit of the day on Friday, June 11th. On that day, amateur radio operators will be working in unison as special event station K6K, honouring the leader, warrior, businessman and diplomat whose vision for the islands kept Western explorers from encroaching on their territories. As envisaged by Michael Miller, KH6ML, the special event station will carry the King's story around the world as operators on the various islands make as many contacts as possible. This is not a contest, and there are no paper QSL cards. However, downloadable certificates will be available. For more details, visit the QRZ page of K6K. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm John Williams, VK4JJW.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at arnewsline.org. With Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Jack Parker, W8ISH, John Williams, VK4JJW, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.